in my own way. I require intelligence for that. And if I have intelligence, I will use everything in Krishna's service. And when I'm using, naturally there is an action involved. That is why it is known as karma yoga. Action, na? Yoga means connecting to Krishna. It's known as karma. Don't talk, Hari Chaitanya Prabhu. So that is known as karma yoga, for which intelligence is required. The same karma yoga, slowly, like some people have partnership with Balaji. You say, oh, Balaji, 50% I'll give you, 50% I'll give. Partnership. That is known as Sakama Karma Yoga. I have some desire. I should have this much results. Sakama. Kama means ichha. Sa means with desire. I am performing karma, but keeping Lord in the center, having partnership with me. Sakama Karma. Oh Lord, I'll give you 10%. I'll give you 25%. They keep partnership with Lord. Something is known as Nishkama Karma Yoga, where I have no desire at all. I give 100% to Lord. Whatever I have, I give it to Lord. Nishkama Karma Yoga. You light all these levels, huh? These are all the levels of Karma Yoga. Sakama Karma Yoga, Nishkama Karma Yoga, and ultimately, last is Bhakti Yoga. That is the highest in Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga. So what is Bhakti Yoga? What is the difference between Bhakti Yoga and Nishkama Karma Yoga? In Bhakti Yoga also, 100% result you are giving to Lord. In Nishkama Karma Yoga also, you are giving 100% result to Lord. So what is the difference? The difference is, in Nishkama Karma Yoga, I have some desire to perform the activity which I like. Like I may be a doctor. I'm not interested in the results, but I like the profession what I have. That is Nishkama Karma Yoga. No desire for fruits, but desire for the work what I'm doing. But Bhakti Yoga, whatever Krishna says, if Krishna would have told to Arjuna, sweep the whole battlefield, then Arjuna should not put a clause, oh no, I cannot sweep. I am a Kshatriya. For Krishna, ready to do anything and everything. That is known as Bhakti Yoga. For one spiritual master, ready to do anything and everything, like Srila Prabhupada, he gave up everything and went to the West. He did not say, I am a pharmaceutical owner. Nothing, he left everything. That is known as Bhakti Yoga. For that, one has to perform the activities under the guidance of the spiritual master. It is not what comes to my choice. Now, even Arjuna told, I want to become a beggar. I want to leave everything. That is not the choice. There is no one's personal choice. In Bhakti Yoga, one's personal choice or one's personal desire is not there. Whatever is guided, that is done. Like the parrot, the owner speaks. Yesterday I saw many parrots, different variety parrots. So whatever owner says, the parrot speaks. That is Bhakti Yoga. Whatever has been told, just do. No choice. One minute, 1 second. So whatever has been told, one hears, that is known as Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga. So in this way, but Krishna has not directly spoken about Bhakti Yoga. Krishna is speaking about Nishkama Karma Yoga. First, at least to that level, one has to reach. If that level is reached, it is fine. If that level is not reached, then what is the use? Krishna is not speaking about Sakama Karma Yoga. Krishna is not speaking at all about Sakama Karma Yoga. One second. Ah. So Krishna is not speaking about Sakama Karma Yoga. Krishna is speaking about Nishkama Karma Yoga. So, and Bhakti Yoga is going to start from 7th chapter. First, to reach in this Nishkama Karma Yoga, one should know about Sankhya Yoga. So Krishna has spoken about Sankhya. Difference between body, soul, that is matter and soul. Now Krishna is going to speak about Nishkama Karma Yoga, but a glimpse of Bhakti Yoga is also given, but not in detail. A glimpse is also given. Let us see, step by step. 39th verse. Yesha te vihita sankhye buddhir-yoge te mam shunu buddhaya yukto yaya partha karma bandham prahasyasi. Yesha te vihita sankhye. Abhihita means just now I described to you about Sankhya. Buddhir-yoge te mam shunu. Buddhi yoge tvimam shunu. Now you hear about Buddhi Yoga. Buddhi yoga tvimam shunu. Shunu means hear. That means even to perform an action, we cannot do it without hearing. The shunu word is very important. Krishna has spoken here for the first time shunu. Shunu means hearing process. Bhakti can be attained only by hearing. Now this is the first place where shunu has come. Just mark it behind Aditya, everyone. Just keep, like we have told, tekto tishtaha, we have marked. Na? How many times Krishna has spoken about shunu? Mark and keep. One place you just mark and keep. Just this is not going to come in exam. Just for our own knowledge. Krishna says here. Buddhaya yukto yaya partha. Buddhaya yuktaha. That means you dovetail your intelligence to me. Everybody has intelligence. Dovetail. That means what? Keep me in the center in your intelligence. Or use your intelligence for me. Or what will happen? Karma bandham. If you do that, what will happen? Karma bandham prahasasi. You will be completely released from all the actions, reactions of sins. So till now I have described. Yeshate vihitaha sankhya. Yeshate abhitaha vihitaha sankhya. Buddhir-yoge tvimam shunu. Buddhaya yukto yaya partha karma bandham prahasyasi. Mayur Prabhu, tell the words. Read the words, read the whole.
Esham te vihita sankhye buddhir-yoge tvimam shunu buddhaya yukto yaya partha karma bandham prahasyasi. Thus far, I have described this knowledge to you through analytical study. Now listen as I explain it in terms of working without fruitive results. O son Partha, when you act in such knowledge, you can free yourself from the bondage of works. Purport. According to the Nirukti or the Vedic dictionary, Sankhya means that which describes things in detail. And Sankhya refers to that philosophy which describes the real nature of the soul. And yoga involves controlling the senses. Arjuna's proposal not to fight was based on sense gratification. Forgetting his prime duty, he wanted to cease fighting because he thought that by not killing his relatives and kinsmen, he would be happier than by enjoying the kingdom after conquering his cousins and brothers, the sons of Dhritarashtra. In both ways, the basic principles were for sense gratification. Happiness derived from conquering them and happiness derived by seeing kinsmen alive are both on the basis of personal sense gratification, even at a sacrifice of wisdom and duty. Krishna therefore wanted to explain to Arjuna that by killing the body of his grandfather, he would not be killing the soul proper. And he explained that all individual persons, including the Lord himself, are eternal individuals. They were individuals in the past, they are individuals in the present, and they will continue to remain individuals in the
So
future.
Lord is an individual. We are individuals. Everyone is an individual. We have an individual relationship with Lord. Yeah.
Because all of us are individual souls eternally. We simply change our bodily dress in different manners, but actually we keep our individuality in, even after liberation from the bondage of material dress. An analytical study of the soul and the body has been very graphically explained by Lord Krishna. And this descriptive knowledge of the soul and the body from different angles of vision has been described here as Sankhya in terms of the Nirukti dictionary. This Sankhya has nothing to do with the Sankhya philosophy of the atheist Kapila. Long before the impostor Kapila, Sankhya philosophy was expounded in the Srimad Bhagavatam by a true Lord Kapila, the incarnation of Lord Krishna, who explained it to his mother Devahuti. It is clearly explained by him that the Purusha or the Supreme Lord is active and that he creates by looking over the Prakriti. This is accepted in the Vedas and in the Gita. The description in the Vedas indicates that the Lord glanced over the Prakriti or nature and impregnated it with atomic individual souls. All these individuals are working in the material world for sense gratification, and under the spell of material energy, they are thinking of being enjoyers. This mentality is dragged to the last point of liberation when the living entity wants to become one with the Lord. This is the last snare of Maya or sense gratificatory illusion, and it is only after many, many births of such sense gratificatory activities that a great soul surrenders unto Vasudeva, Lord Krishna, thereby fulfilling the search after the ultimate truth. Arjuna has already accepted Krishna as his spiritual master by surrendering himself unto him. Shishyasteham sadhimam tvam
Tvam
prapannam.
prapannam. Shishyasteham shadi mam tvam prapannam. Second chapter, 7th verse. Karpanya dosho Vata Swabhav. In that last line is what Shishyasteham shadi mam tvam prapannam.
Consequently, Krishna will now tell him about the working process in Buddhi Yoga or Karma Yoga, or in other words, the practice of devotional service only for the sense gratification of the Lord. The Buddhi Yoga is clearly explained in chapter 10, verse 10, as being direct communion with the Lord, who is sitting as Paramatma in everyone's heart.
The Buddhi means application of knowledge. Understand that also. Buddhi means whatever knowledge you have, application of knowledge.
Okay. But such communion does not take place without devotional service. One who is therefore situated in devotional or transcendental loving service to the Lord, or in other words, in Krishna consciousness, attains to this stage of Buddhi Yoga by the special grace of the Lord. The Lord says, therefore, that only to those who are always engaged in devotional service out of transcendental love does he award the pure knowledge of devotion in love. In that way, the devotee can reach him easily in the ever blissful kingdom of God. Thus, the Buddhi Yoga mentioned in this verse is a devotional service of the Lord. And the word Sankhya means herein as has nothing to do with the atheistic Sankhya Yoga enunciated by the impostor Kapila. One should not therefore misunderstand that the Sankhya Yoga mentioned herein has any connection with the atheistic Sankhya. Nor did that philosophy have any influence during that time, nor would Lord Krishna care to mention such godless philosophical speculations. Real Sankhya philosophy is described by Lord Kapila in the Srimad Bhagavatam, but even that Sankhya has nothing to do with the current topics. Here, Sankhya means an analytical description of the body and the soul. Lord Krishna made an analytical description of the soul just to bring Arjuna to the point of Buddhi Yoga or Bhakti Yoga. Therefore, Lord Krishna's Sankhya and Lord Kapila's Sankhya, as described in the Bhagavatam, are one and the same. They are all Bhakti Yoga. Lord Krishna said, therefore, that only the less intelligent class of men make a distinction between Sankhya Yoga and Bhakti Yoga. Sankhya Yoga pratah bala pravadanti na panditaha.
Pandita. Sankhya Yoga Pratak Bhala. This will come in the 5th chapter. This verse is coming in the 5th chapter. Sankhya Yoga Pratak Bala Pravadanti na Panditaha. If you see, Pratak means if you see Sankhya and Yoga. Which yoga? Karma Yoga. If you see Sankhya Yoga and Karma Yoga to be different from each other, that is Balaha. Bala means is childish. Right? Knowledge is there. That is why you are performing action for Krishna. Right? When you are performing action for Krishna, that is Karma Yoga, automatically there is knowledge. They are connected. You cannot separate Sankhya and Karma Yoga. If you see them as two different paths, then it is Bala. Bala means a childish mentality, a foolish mentality. Okay?
Of course, atheistic Sankhya Yoga has nothing to do with Bhakti Yoga. Yet the unintelligent claim that the atheistic Sankhya Yoga is referred to in the Bhagavad Gita. One should therefore understand that Buddhi Yoga means to work in Krishna consciousness in the full bliss and knowledge of devotional service. One who works for the satisfaction of the Lord only, however difficult such work may be, is working under the principles of Buddhi Yoga and finds himself always in the transcendental bliss. By such transcendental engagement, one achieved all transcendental understanding automatically by the grace of the Lord, and thus his liberation is complete in itself, without his making extraneous endeavors to acquire knowledge. There is much difference between work in the Krishna consciousness and work for fruitive results, especially in the matter of sense gratification for achieving results in terms of family or material happiness. Buddhi Yoga is therefore the transcendental quality of the work that we perform.
Bhakti Yoga is therefore the transcendental quality of the work. Transcendental quality of the work. Just see the word used. Everybody performs work, but this is transcendental work. Why? It is anchored towards Krishna. Okay? Now, Krishna is suddenly speaking about Bhakti Yoga. If you see 40th verse, this is now, just now Buddhi Yoga, Nishkama Karma Yoga has to start. Now Krishna is only speaking about now 40th verse is only about Bhakti Yoga. Even if you do small thing for Krishna, Krishna never forgets. You will start from there. Nishkama Karma Yoga is also for Krishna only. But in Nishkama Karma Yoga, you are speaking something higher, 100% results to Krishna. 100%. But here, Krishna is suddenly starting with the Bhakti Yoga. He has not started with Nishkama Karma Yoga. He has started with the Bhakti Yoga. And afterwards, it will come anyhow to Nishkama Karma Yoga. But afterwards, it will be Nishkama Karma Yoga going on. From 7th chapter, Bhakti Yoga will be taught. There is no much difference. Don't be get confused between Bhakti and Nishkama Karma Yoga. Both are for Krishna. One having asakti towards the work what you do. If you are a doctor, you will continue to be a doctor. You will not become a pujari. But for Krishna, you are doing anything and everything. That is Bhakti Yoga. Okay, 40th verse.
Mataji, so this 40th verse is only Bhakti Yoga. That is it. Again, after 41, it becomes
the glory of Bhakti Yoga. The glory of Bhakti Yoga.
41 verse only.
Even if you have done small thing for Krishna, Krishna never forgets. Krishna relieves you of the greatest type of fear. And what is the greatest fear? Coming in any other species of life. Losing human birth. That should be the greatest fear which a person should have. Then you say, who is going to remember if I am even born as a dog? If you remember then. If in dog's body happen to remember, oh, I was a nice human. I was doing nice devotional service. So the greatest type of fear is losing the human body. But Krishna allows. Krishna. But then there are extremes which has been spoken. Jada Bharat. He also did a lot of bhakti. In the last, he got attachment to the deer, the first verse, deer. He became deer. But then again, this verse is applicable. Why? Krishna did not make him forget devotion. So that is how he was in the hermitage. And then he became Jada Bharat. Did not lose devotion. So sometimes Bhagavatam speaks about extreme cases also. But in all the cases, this principle is kept. What is that principle? The greatest fear is not even the human body getting that human body or this body, that body. The greatest fear is losing devotion, forgetting devotion. Krishna did not allow Jada Bharat to forget devotion, even when he was in a deer body. Yes, Aruna, you have raised your hands.
Yes, Mataji, I have question in 39th verse. So here it is mentioned that according to Niryukti. What is that, Mataji?
The Nirukti is a dictionary, Nirukti, in which there are description given. Nirukti dictionary. Yeah, dictionary is a Sankhya. What is the meaning of Sankhya? That has been given. Right, dictionary, you have Ren and Martin. In English, you have
No.
Ren and Martin.
Yeah,
In Sanskrit,
but
you
I
have
not.
Nirukti.
Okay. Acha,
How
I
many
have
of you
one
have
more
read Ren
question.
and Martin?
No, I have not.
Oh, it is a very important dictionary for the children. Grammar book, dictionary book. Ren and Martin. I was like thorough in that. Yeah.
Acha, Mataji, I have one more question. Here, God is directly addressing to Parth, and his name is already mentioned, Parth. Then in translation, O son of Partha is mentioned. So I was a bit
Prutha.
confused. Pratha.
Prutha is Kunti Maharani, na?
Prutha. Okay, then correct.
That is
O
why
son
Parth.
of Prutha. Ha,
Why he is
correct.
saying Prutha always asks for the difficulty, and you, Partha, you are so afraid of seeing the difficulty.
Okay, okay, understood. Thank you, Mataji.
Okay, we'll proceed. नेहाभिक्रमनाशोऽस्ति प्रत्यवायो न विद्यते स्वल्पमप्यस धर्मस्य त्राहिते महतो भयात् नेहाभिक्रमनाशोऽस्ति प्रत्यवायो न विद्यते. Read along with me. स्वल्पमप्यस धर्मस्य त्राहिते महतो भयात्. न इह, but when you should not say na iha there. Neha. Actually, they keep this girl's name Neha. You know what is the meaning of Neha? No here. Not here. Hey, Neha, Neha, you are not here. Hey, Neha, Neha, where are you? You are not here. Just see, anything people keep the name. Without even thinking twice, what is the meaning of Neha? No iha. Not in this material world. So why are you searching Neha in your house? She's not in the material world. She's always in the spiritual world. Huh? So, na iha, not in this material world, one meaning. Not in this yoga, another meaning. Na iha, because iha here refers to whatever topic we are talking about. Now, Krishna is talking about Buddhi Yoga, that is Karma Yoga. So, in this yoga, na iha, in this yoga, abhikramaha, if you are enduring in this yoga, nasha astihi, pratyavaya na nasha, there is no loss. Na pratyavaha, pratyavaya, no diminution. Now see, loss means diminution. 2 times Krishna is saying, no loss, no degradation. You are not going to lose anything. If you are doing Bhakti Yoga, understand that, have the complete faith. You are not going to lose anything. Swalpa, even if you have done small thing, swalpam, asyaha. Swalpam api. Api means even though you have done small, you have not done a big thing. Then dharmasya, even if you have done small thing, trayatehe mahata bhayat. Krishna releases us from the greatest fear. The greatest fear is forgetting him. People may say, okay, greatest fear is losing human body. If you see Jada Bharat's case, what is the greatest fear? He could have lost his memory, but Krishna did not do that. Krishna made him remember Bhakti, even in deer's body. So ultimately, what is the conclusion? One should not lose devotion. That is what we are asking. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has made us to ask. He has taught us, Mama Janmani Janmani Shware Bhavatad Bhaktir Ahaiti Pitam. Every Janma of Krishna gave me Bhakti. Which Bhakti? Ahaitu. No hetu behind it. No desire. No cause. Ahaitu ki Bhakti. Okay? Saurabh, please read.
नेहाभिक्रमनाशोऽस्ति प्रत्यवायो न विद्यते स्वल्पमप्यस्य धर्मस्य त्रायते महतो भयात्. In this endeavor, there is no loss or diminution, and a little advancement on this path can protect one from the most dangerous type of fear. Activity in Krishna consciousness or acting for the benefit of Krishna without expectation of sense gratification is the highest transcendental quality of work. Even a small beginning of such activity finds no impediment, nor can that small beginning be lost at any stage. Any work begun on the material plane has to be completed, otherwise the whole attempt becomes a failure. But any one work begun in Krishna consciousness has a permanent effect, even though not finished. The performer of such work is therefore not at a loss, even if his work in Krishna consciousness is incomplete. 1% done in Krishna consciousness bears permanent results, so that the next beginning is from the point of 2%, whereas in material activity without 100% success, there is no profit. Jamila performed his duty in some percentage of Krishna consciousness, but the result he enjoyed at the end was 100% by the grace of the Lord. There is a nice verse in this connection in Srimad Bhagavatam.
Tyakta swadharmam charanambujam hare bhajan pakko athapate tato yadi Kovart yatra kvava bhadram abudavishyakim Kovarth apto abhajatam swadharmataha. What has been told? Tyaktva swadharmam charanam bhujam hare. You have given up your swadharma. Okay? You should be a good father, you should be a good son. But I am not doing any swadharma. Here we are talking about arthika dharma. The dharma of the body. I have given up the dharma of the body. And I joined the temple. Tyaktva swadharmam charanam bhujam hare. I have taken the charana of Hari. Bhajan apakwa. There also, I am not doing my bhajan also properly. Whole day I am sleeping. I am not able to come to Mangal Aarti. Whole day sleeping. Bhajan apakwo athapate tato yadi. Now see, he left everything, came to temple, not doing bhakti also there properly. This is one case. Another case is, yatra kvava bhadram abudamushyakim kovartho apto abhajatam sudharmata. He is doing his sudharma very nicely. Very good son, very good daughter, very good mother, very good father, everything perfect. But abhajatam. He has no love for Krishna. Abhajatam. So what profit the man if he gains the whole world but suffers the loss of the soul? Now, how to understand this? There are two boys. One boy sits at home, a nice boy. One boy goes to the school, very notorious. Teacher is fed up. Out of two boys, which boy is the best? Going to school or not going to school?
Going to school.
Though notorious, at least he is guided. At least he is sheltered. But what is the use if he is at home? He is not going to be appreciated. Like there are two mango trees. One is in the nursery. Yesterday we went to Gujarat. There are so many mango trees on the roads. Who is taking? Who is caring? If it is in the nursery, they are caring, na? They are plucking, they are bringing. It is offered to Krishna. On the roads, who is appreciating? Okay, another this. There is one boy whom a father wants him to become a very good cricket player. Takes him to the coach. And then, nukkad jhukkad wala they play in the roads. They play so nicely. Actually, they play more nicely than them. Who is appreciated? We had gone to one place, Tulsidas, near Ayodhya, Tulsidas birthplace. There we saw there's a nice river. And the boys told, "एक रुपया दो ना." Then we gave. आप देखो, आप जितना दूर तक फेंक सकते फेंको, हम जाके पिकअप करेंगे. So we used to, this became a big fun time. We used to just to play and they used to do chalang. They used to just dive, get the 1 rupee. Just say, for teaching swimming, parents do what hangama to take them in the Olympics. But these boys, nukkad jhukkad boys, they play more nicely, but means they appreciate. Same thing. If you're under Lord, if you're under the spiritual master, even if you have anarthas, even if you have all bad qualities, no problem. At least you are guided. On the other hand, there is a nice boy who is well cultured, everything wonderful, but he has no guru. He has no devotion. What is the use? Who is going to appreciate? That has been given. If you are under Lord, even if you are the hopeless case, the most hopeless case, still you are always in profit. Okay. Read the translation.
If someone gives up his occupational duties and works in Krishna consciousness and then falls down on account of not completing his work, what loss is there on his part? And what can one gain if one performs his material activities perfectly? Or as the Christian says, what profiteth a man if he gain the whole world yet suffers the loss of his eternal soul? Material activities and the results end with the body, but work in Krishna consciousness carries a person again to Krishna consciousness even after the loss of the body. At least one is sure to have a chance in the next life of being born again as a human being, either in the family of a great cultured Brahmana or in a rich aristocratic family that will give one a further chance for elevation. That is the unique quality of work done in Krishna consciousness.
Somebody is born in a very rich family. Understand, somewhere some devotion has been done. Somebody is born in a very nice cultured Brahmana family. Somewhere something has been done. Take advantage. So devotion again. Okay, next verse. Vyavasayatmika buddhi ekeha kurunandana bahushakhayanantascha buddhayo vyavasayinam. Vyavasayatmika buddhi. Vyavasayatmika buddhi. Chant. Vyavasayatmika buddhi ekeha kurunandana bahushakhayanantascha buddhayo vyavasayinam. So what should be one's vyavasaya? Vyavasayatmika buddhi. What should be the vyavasaya, occupation of the intelligence? Vyavasayatmika buddhi. Atmika means the intelligence, vyavasaya should be to be resolute in Krishna consciousness, to be fixed up in Krishna consciousness. Buddhi is considered to be the next door neighbor of the soul. When you say next door means it is neighbor only, na? But still Prabhupada says next door neighbor. Next door neighbor of the soul. Kurunandana. Bahushakha yanantascha. If you are multi-branched, sometimes this devata, sometimes that devata, sometimes this, sometimes that. Then what happens? Bahushakha yanantascha buddhayo avyasayinam. One can never come to Krishna consciousness. Even in Krishna consciousness, suppose somebody is not seeing that type of profit. Understand, there is. Sometimes you think, oh, if I would have worshipped Devi Devtas, I would have got lot of profits. Somebody asked me, Mataji, my husband is not improving. What is the use of worshipping Devatas? What is the use of worshipping Krishna? I said, what do you want to do? If I would have gone to some Devatas, my husband would have improved. I said, what is the guarantee? So it's a wrong understanding. Krishna clearly says, Ekeha, be one-pointed, fixed up. Even sometimes we go on changing our gurus also. Fixed up. Let that one resolute surrenderance be there. That one resolute surrenderance will uplift a person. See, there is said there should be one Diksha Guru and many Shiksha Gurus. Among many Shiksha Gurus, again, there should be one Shiksha Guru who can pull your ears. Shiksha also means Danda, Shiksha Mila. Shiksha means knowledge also, gaining teachings. Many Shiksha Gurus will teach you, but there will be one Shiksha Guru who will slap you. So you should need one Shiksha Guru for that also. Who will scold you, who will show you right direction, who has that type of, can say, intimacy. You allow him to scold you. That's also an intimacy, na? You cannot allow everyone to scold you. How your mother is intimate to you. Your mother's intimacy is that your auntie cannot scold you. Your uncles cannot scold you, but your mother can pull your ears. So one Shiksha Guru should be there. See, knowledge you can gain from many, but allowing one person to correct you, to scold you, that person really becomes your Shiksha Guru. In two sense, giving knowledge also. So that is also in this very important. Vivasayatmika, allow one person to correct you, to guide you. Okay? Aditya, read.
Hare Krishna. Vyavasayatmika buddhir ekehe gurunandana bahushakhāyanantasya buddhayo avyavasayinam. Translation: those who are on this path are resolute in purpose and their aim is one. O beloved child of the Gurus, the intelligence of those who are irresolute is many-branched. Purport: a strong faith that by Krishna consciousness one will be elevated to the highest perfection of life is called Vyavasayatmika intelligence. The Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya 22.62 states, Shraddha Shabde Vishwasa Kahe Sudridha Nishchay Krishna Bhakti Kaile Sarva Karma Krita Hai. Faith means unflinching trust in something sublime. When one is engaged in the duties of Krishna consciousness, he need not act in relationship to the material world with obligation to family tradition, humanity, or nationality. Fruitive activities are the engagement of one's reaction from past good or bad deeds. When one is awake in Krishna consciousness, he need no longer endeavor for good results in his activity. When one is situated in Krishna consciousness, all activities are on the absolute plane, for they are no longer subject to dualities like good and bad. The highest perfection of Krishna consciousness is renunciation of the material conception of life. This state is automatically achieved by progressive Krishna consciousness. The resolute purpose of a person in Krishna consciousness is based on knowledge. Vasudevah sarvam iti sa mahatma sudurlabha. A person in Krishna consciousness is a rare good soul who knows perfectly that Vasudev or Krishna is the root of all manifested causes. As by watering the root of a tree, one automatically distributes water to the leaves and branches, so by acting in Krishna consciousness, one can render the highest service to everyone, namely self, family, society, country, humanity, etc. If Krishna is satisfied by one's action, then everyone will be satisfied.
Wait.
Sarva
Shraddha Shabda Vishwas se kahe Sudruda Nishchaya Krishna Bhakti Kaila Sarva Karma Krita Hai. We have with this, this word Shraddha. A Shraddha comes from the word Shraddha. What you are offering to the forefathers, it is Krishna's prasad. Shraddha Shabda Kahe Sudruda Nishchaya. Have that determination. Krishna Bhakti Kaile, if you have done Krishna Bhakti enough, that will take you back to God. But that type of firm determination should be there. Sometimes grahas affect you. Solutions are given. But that solution is again anchored for bhakti. Again, understand it. Because there are certain obstacles by which we are not able to perform the highest devotion, or we are not having the type of faith, then some solutions are given. But again, understand all those solutions, graha doshas, everything, or even why we are removing that, so that we can advance in Krishna consciousness. Krishna bhakti kaile, chant nicely. Chanting the holy name has so much of power. Chant nicely, all the doshas will automatically go. And even if you want to remove some doshas, that is not even for your personal thing. That doshas should be, anything comes in the path of devotion, remove that. Okay, from here, Gautam, read. Unmute your phone and read.
Servicing Krishna consciousness is, however, best practice under the able guidance of a spiritual master, who is a bona fide representative of Krishna, who knows the nature of the student and who can guide him to act in Krishna consciousness. As such, to be well versed in Krishna consciousness, one has to act firmly and obey the representative of Krishna, and one should accept the instruction of the bona fide spiritual master as one's missions in life. Mission life. Srila Vishwanath Chaturvarti Thakur insists in his famous prayers for the spiritual master as follows: Yasya prasada bhagavad prasado yasya prasada nadadi tu topi jayant tu vamstasya yasastri sandhyam vande guru shri charanaravindam. By satisfaction of the spiritual master, the Supreme Personality of Godhead becomes satisfied. And by not satisfying the spiritual master, there is no chance of being promoted to the plane of Krishna consciousness. I should therefore meditate and pray for his mercy 3 times a day and offer respectful obeisances. I should therefore meditate and pray for his mercy 3 times a day and offer my respectful obeisance to him, my spiritual master. The whole process, however, depends on perfect knowledge of the soul beyond the conception of body, not theoretical but practical. When there is no longer a chance for sense gratification, manifesting future activities, one who is not firmly fixed in mind is diverted by various types of fruitive acts.
Next. Now, one of the concern of Arjuna was family tradition will be lost, right? Fourth reason of Arjuna for not fighting the war. Fifth reason we saw, answer has been given. Whether Jaya, Jayo, Sukha, Dukha, you fight. Sins will be incurred. No, if you don't fight, sins will be incurred. Okay? And then first reason also, my people, Krishna has solved that. Third reason, second reason, enjoyment, that also Krishna told. If you fight, if you win, you're going to enjoy. If you lose, still you're going to enjoy. Now, fourth reason, that is family traditions will be lost. That has been given in this 42, 43. 42, 43, 44, 45. Write down. You make a nice, Aditya, I think you should make and put. First reason, which verse? Answer to that, which verse? Second reason, which verse? Answer to that. So it will be helping all the devotees also. Yamimam pushpitam vacham pravadantya vipashchitah vedavadarta partha nanadasti padinah. Yamimam pushpitam vacham pravadantya vipashchitah vedavadarta partha nanadasti vadinah. कामात्मान स्वर्गपरा जन्म कर्म फलप्रदां क्रिया विशेष बहुलां भोगैश्वर्यगतिं प्रति कामात्मान स्वर्गपरा जन्म कर्म फलप्रदां क्रिया विशेष बहुलां भोगैश्वर्यगतिं प्रति यामिमां पुष्पितां वाचं प्रवदन्त्यः विपश्चितः. This avipashchita means men with poor fund of knowledge, they are more interested in the flowery words of the Vedas. What are these flowery words? Which speaks about the traditions. You perform this tradition, you will get so much benefit. You perform this puja, you will get this benefit. You know, there is one puja, Vata Savitri puja. Do that. You will get this husband 7 times in your life, in your lifetime. Where when I got married, my Prabhuji is Maharashtra. So they have that Vata Savitri, gold, 7 times. I asked my mother, why we are doing gold here? She asked to Pujari, why gold? Pujari told 7 times, same husband. I told, no change. And I came, I was always thinking, this went in my mind. 7 times, that means I have to again come. He has also to come again. And we are speaking about Janma Mukti Jara, where they stop everything. So just say, and then Chand ko dekha. I said, what you doing? Just because somebody did flowery languages, and we are following Veda Vadarata Pata. People talk that they are all followers of the Vedas. Followers of the Vedas. Nanadastiti Vadina. They say there is nothing beyond this. They will do so much of rituals. They give trouble to their body. You know, that people in Maharashtra, they read pothis. Oh, now Margashish month. Every Thursday I should read the pothi of Lakshmi ji. So that in my house so much of Lakshmi will come. Why you have to do that ritual? Every day you worship Lakshmi Narayana. But no, they will not give it up. They will call, they will do four times in 4 Guruvar they will do. And so much of trouble they give to the body. Like that, so many people are there. I'm just giving 1 or 2 examples, whatever. Kamat manaha swargapara. They say all your desires will be fulfilled. You know, you will get heavenly planets. Janma karma phala pradam. You will be born in a good birth. Karma phala pradam. Whatever you are getting, you will get very good reactions for it. Kriya, Vishesha, pompous ceremonies will be there. You will be awarded. Ceremonies. Bahulam, Bhoga, Aishwarya. So much of opulence will have. Pratim Prati. So just say, just for getting all these things, and they will call themselves, we are Veda Vadartapa. We know Vedas. We know everything. You go and tell them, just chant the holy name and follow the 4 regulatory principles. No. They will pose themselves as acharyas. You know, I have all these namunas in my family. That is why I can understand this more nicely, these verses. Like that you select, like these namunas will be there within you also, within outside also. So you have to identify how Krishna is speaking this. There are people who are too attached to the family traditions. Ganpati, we have to bring Ganpati. Yeah, we cannot. If I don't bring Ganpati, Ganpati will be very angry with me. He will take the trunk and he will hit on my head. Ulta, Ganesha is very happy. At least you have relieved him. So people, they just follow the tradition for the sake of following. Somebody told me, Mataji, I have so many devatas in my house. And a whole mandap was full of cockroaches. So she told me, Mataji, somehow do something. What I should do, you tell me. You come and do. I said, see, do the Visarjan. At least they will go to Vishnu, who is there in the ocean. Do Visarjan, they will be relieved from you. No, I am very much scared. I told you give, I will do it. So, Sarvadharman Parityaja, everything is Krishna. Just surrender to Krishna. So many devatas, photos, are not required. You have respect toward devatas. Respect them. Don't now say what I should do with Shambhu. He is the greatest Vaishnava. So see every Devata in connection with Krishna. And there is nothing wrong. You see Ganesha in connection with Krishna. You see Durga in connection with Krishna. Don't go and worship Durga alone. You see her as a Sahodari of Krishna, Vaishnavi of Krishna. You see Lord Shiva as a Vaishnava of Krishna. See, in this way, your love for the Devatas will increase. Don't hate the Devatas. Don't just do like this and walk. In Rameshwaram, Vishnu Murti and Vishnu Vigraha and Shiva Vigraha is there. If Vaishnavas go, they will go like this. We are Vaishnavits. They'll go Shaivits. It's all foolishness. See the relationship. They are all the superior servants of Krishna. Ekale Ishvara Krishna Anya Bruddas. They are all superior servants of Krishna. Don't hate them. At the same time, don't consider them equal to Krishna. Even if you are worshipping them, you are worshipping to get higher service to Krishna. So in this way, tradition should not be followed just for the sake of tradition. It should have some meaning, some purpose. Karwa Chauth. What is that Karwa Chauth? You are taking one chalni and looking at the moon. You know, whoever looks at the moon is lunatic. Lunar lunatic, becomes mad. Just see. Traditions for the sake of traditions, making all red and looking at Karwa Chauth. There are some strange festivals. Strange festivals which has no sense. I told Bhatta Savitri, 7 times Rome, you also come 7 times, I'll also come 7 times. Husband said, let this be the last one. So what is, because husbands are really fed up of their wives. Huh? And wife is 7 times. Husband says, let this be the last one. So anyhow, festivals are, Vedas are not for all these things, but there are flowery languages in the Vedas. People are attracted. But this is a poisonous flower. Okay. Anuj Khamkar, read.
यामिमां पुष्पितां वाच प्रवदन्त्य विपश्चित वेदवादरता पार्थ नान्यदस्तित्ववादिनः कामात्मान स्वर्गपरा जन्म कर्म फलप्रदां क्रिया विशेष बहुला भोगेश्वर्य Gatiim
Prati. Very good. Read further. Translation, purport.
Men of all small knowledge are very much attached to the flowery words of the Vedas, which recommend various fruitive activities for elevation to heavenly planets, resultant good birth, power, and so forth. Being desirous of sense gratification and opulent life, they say that there is nothing more than this. But people in general are not very intelligent, and due to their ignorance, they are most attached to the fruitive activities recommended in the Karma Kanda portion of the Vedas. They do not want anything more than sense gratification, more than sense gratifying proposals for enjoying life in heaven, where wine and women are available and material opulence is very common. In the Vedas, many sacrifices are recommended for elevation to the heavenly planets, especially the Jyotish, Jyotistoma sacrifices. In fact, it is started that anyone desiring elevation to the heavenly planets must perform these sacrifices, and men with a poor fund of knowledge think that this is the whole purpose of Vedic wisdom. It is very difficult for such inexperienced person to be situated in the determined action of Krishna consciousness. As fools are attached to the flowers of poisonous trees without knowing that result of such attraction unenlightened men are similarly attracted by such heavenly opulence and the sense enjoyment thereof. In the Karma Kanda section of the Vedas, it is said, Apamana, Apama Somama, Amrita Abhuma, and Akash, Akas,
अपाम
Aksaya.
सोमम अमृत अभूम अक्षयं ह वै चातुर्मास्य याजिनः सुकृतं भवति.
In other words, those who perform the 4 month penances become eligible to drink the Somarasa beverages to become immortal and happy forever. Even on this earth, some are very eager to have Somarasa to become strong and fit to enjoy sense gratifications. Such persons have no faith in liberation from material bondage, and they are very much attached to the uh, pompous ceremonies of Vedic sacrifices. They are generally sensual, and they do not want anything other than heavenly pleasures of life. It is understood that there are gardens called Nandana Kannana, Kana, in which there is a good opportunity for association with angelic, beautiful woman and having profuse supply of sonorous wine. Such bodily happiness is certainly sensual. Therefore, there are those who are purely attached to such material temporary happiness as Lord of material world.
Very good. Next, भोगैश्वर्य प्रसक्तानां तया प्रवृत्तचेतसां व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धि समाधौ न विधीयते. भोग ऐश्वर्य प्रसक्तानां see प्रसक्तानां प्रकृष्ट रूपेण आसक्तिः. So much of asakti for what? Bhoga, Aishwarya. Taya aprahutta chetasam. Aprahutta is bewildered in mind because he is so much to sense gratification. He is completely bewildered. Vyavasayatmika buddhi. His firm determination in devotional service will never happen. Samadhau na vidhiyate. So what is the meaning of samadhi? Samadho na vidhyate. He will never attain controlled mind because he is always for bhoga and aishwarya. Bhoga means lot of sense gratification. Aishwarya means the crowd of opulence. That person can never be fixed up in devotional service. So one of the meaning of samadhi, when we say samadhi, what is the meaning of samadhi? Samyag adhiyate yasmin atmatattva yathatmayam. Even in night 12 o'clock, somebody wakes up you and asks, what is samadhi? You should know to tell this answer. Samyag adhiyate yasmin atmatattva yathatmayam. Nirukti dictionary speaks about it. Samyag adhyati, sampurna rupena adhyate. Adhyate means meditate upon. Atma tattva, my relationship to Krishna. Nowadays, so many relationship is spoken. There's a word live in relationship. Somebody, what people speak? Just, they don't want to get married, but live in relationship. Is it something sense? When Maharaj went to America and he was staying in somebody's house, husband, wife, man, woman, children were there. They just casually asked, when you got married? The man said, yet I have to get married. Yet we have to get married. Then what was all these things? Live in relationship. Just see how stupid. This is all bhoga aishwarya. If such type of bhoga mentality is there, they can never be fixed up. That is why what is samadhi? Understanding our relationship with Krishna. Samyag adhyate, we meditate upon. Who am I? I am soul. I am not this body. I am servant of Krishna. Understanding the servitorship. Be fixed on yourself. That is the purpose of our chanting. Why we are chanting? So that we can be fixed upon ourselves. Bhoga Ishwarya Prasaktanam Taya Aprutah Chesasam. Vyavasayatmika buddhihi samadho na vidyate. Taya prahutta Chesasam. You don't split there because Taya aprahutta. So that becomes Taya prahutta. Aruna Mataji read.
Hare Krishna.
So this is the last verse. So the 45th verse is the last verse for this section of traditions. Okay, but now we discuss.
Bhogeshwarya prasaktanam tayapahata chetasam vyavasayatmika buddhi samadho na vidhiyate. In the minds of translation, in the minds of those who are too attached to sense enjoyment and the material opulence and who are bewildered by such things, the resolute determination for devotional service to the Supreme Lord does not take place. Purport. Samadhi means fixed mind. The Vedic dictionary, the Nirukti says, Samyang adhyate smin atma tattva yatatmayam. When the mind is fixed for understanding the self, it is said that to be in Samadhi. Samadhi is never possible for a person interested in material sense enjoyment and bewildered by such temporary things. They are more or less condemned by the process of material energy. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, today I cannot take any questions. I'll stop here. Hare Krishna. We'll take questions tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Friday. Yeah, I'll take questions on Friday. Whatever questions, you note it down. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna. Take care.
Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. Take care.
Sakal Pradesha, pass into the ocean. Patitanam Pavani Vaishnava.